Tavesei chota viprangela vrindavana dandavata karika esa vivarana. After the meeting, the young brahmana started from Vrindavana. Upon arriving there, he first offered a respectful obeisance to the deity, then narrated everything in full detail. Just like that is the faith in the deity. In fact, I heard in Yājapura, that Gopāla Deity is there. When the deity came there, Gopāla Deity is the chief deity in Yājapura. Even in Vrindavana, it was the chief deity. When it came there, it was just like Tirupati Balaji has come. Just imagine, the main deity. Like that the king received. King said the real king has come now. And every day he made the temple, beautiful temple for the deity. And every day he used to go and submit the accounts, decisions, everything he used to talk to the deity. Every day. He used to have so much faith actually. So that is how I heard about it. The very pious king who received the deity, made a temple. Every day he used to submit his everything. He is the king and the minister now. The real king has come. The same way this boy is also having a nice faith and he is saying, the Lord, take care. Brahmanya deva tumi bada daya maya dui viprera dharma rakha hola sadaya. He said, my Lord, you are the protector of the Brahminical culture and you are also very merciful. Therefore, kindly show your great mercy, protect the religious principle of us two Brahmins. Because I have been defamed. People said he is a thief, he is a liar, he is cheat. Another person, because of pressure, he has spoken lie. So we are, our principles, we are in crossroads now. Now, you can do something. Kanya bhumo ramane iha nahi sukha brahmanera pratigyaya ei pada dukkha. My dear Lord, I am not thinking to become happy by getting the daughter as a bride. I am simply thinking that the Brahman has broken his promise and this is giving me great pain. It's not that I am eager to marry his daughter, this is not that. But some saintly Brahmana, his words are going wrong and his promise in front of you is going, that is giving me great pain. Imagine how pure the people were. Today this will not be even consideration for anyone. Correct? Nobody feels embarrassed or pained by telling a lie. Left, right, center people tell lies today. In 1 minute tell lies. So here he is feeling great pain. Imagine what a civilization existed in India. People used to feel pain by telling a lie. That's one of the first qualifications, Satya of a Brahman. It is not at all an intention of the young Brahmana, purport by Śrīla Prabhupada, to get the daughter of the elderly Brahman and marry and thus enjoy material happiness and sense gratification. It was not for that reason that a young Brahmana went to Vidyānagara to ask Supreme Personality Godhead to act as witness. His only concern was that the elderly Brahman had promised something, and if Gopal did not be a witness to that transaction, then the older Brahmana would incur a spiritual blemish. Therefore, the young Brahmana wanted protection and help from the deity. The young Brahmana was thus a pure Vaishnava and he had no desire for sense gratification. He wanted only to serve the Supreme Personality Godhead, and older Brahmana was also a Vaishnava and very much devoted to the Lord. So you see the circumstance. So nice. Eta jani tumi sakshi reha daya maya jani sakshi nahi deya tara papa hoya tara papa hoya. The young Brahmana continued, my dear sir, you are very merciful and you know everything. Therefore, kindly be a witness in this case. A person with knowledge, a person who knows things as they are and still does not be a witness, becomes involved in sinful activity. He said, if you are silent, it is sinful, my Lord. You have to speak. Purport. The dealing between the devotee and the Lord are very simple. The young Brahmana said to the Lord, you know everything. But if you do not be a witness, you will be involved in sinful activities. There is no possibility, however, of the Lord being involved in sinful activities. A pure devotee, even though he knows everything of the Supreme Lord, can speak with the Lord exactly as if he were a common man. Although the dealing between the Lord and his devotee is always simple and open, there is formality. All these things happen because of connection to the Lord and the devotee. So generally there is always a formality. But there are too much intimacy there. He is a great devotee. So therefore he is speaking in a Krishna kahe vipra tumi ya swabhavane Savakari more tumi kariya smarane. The Lord replied, my dear Brahmana, go back to your home and call a meeting of all the men. In that meeting, just try to remember me. Avirbhāva-hāna āmitaha Sākshi diva Tabe duivi prera satya pratigna rakhiva. I should certainly appear there. At the time, I should protect the honor of both you Brahmana bearing witness to the Brahman. He said, you go, talk to everybody that I was a witness, and just remember me, I'll come there. Do like this. Vipra bole yadi hao chatur bhuja murti Tabu tumhara vakya kare na hobe pratiti. The young Brahmana replied, my dear sir, even if you appear there as four-handed Vishnu deity, still none of the people will believe in your words. Nobody likes sir. Even if you come in the four-handed form. Ei murta giyaya di e Shri vadane Sakshi dehaya dita ve sarva lokashune. Only if you go there in this form of Gopāla and speak the words from your beautiful face will the testimony be heard by all the people. So you have to come like this only. Not that they come in your Chaturabhuja form. People are not going to accept Narayana form. You have to come like this only. He is insistent. Sometimes people insist. Actually, Krishna gave one solution, but devotees are adamant and Krishna obliged him. Krishna kahe pratima chale koha na shuni kothaha na shuni Vipra bole pratima hana kahe ke navani. Lord Krishna said, I have never heard of a deity walking from me one place to another. Krishna is testing. I never heard. Deity walks? What is all this you are talking? Brahmana replied, that is true. But how is it you are speaking to me? Although you are a deity. Prabhupada said, Krishna got defeated now by the devotee. He said, you are saying deity doesn't walk, but deity is speaking. No. So, Pratima nahi tumi sakshat Brajendra Nandana Vipralaga kara tumi akarya karana. My dear Lord, you are not a statue. You are directly the son of Maharaj Nanda. Now for the sake of old Brahmana, you can do something you have never done before. Many times Prabhupada said, this is the faith you have to have. It is not a deity, it is the son of Nanda Maharaj standing in. That faith we should have when you look at the deity. See, it is like this. Even a picture is there. With devotion, look at the picture. Picture will reciprocate. Correct? Krishna is not limited in any way. Krishna is not limited in any way. Even a picture of Krishna, you pray to him with full devotion, Krishna is going to reciprocate. So deity, it also is more the personal presence of the Lord. The Lord is being served. But your devotion is involved. Your devotion, you pray to the Lord, he will talk. Correct? Prabhupada used to go in front of the deity, sometimes to cry, sometimes to pray. And he gave a personal example actually. The deity should not be seen as a statue. Directly son of Nanda Maharaj. In fact, in whole ISKCON movement, everybody knows this. It's a very important statement. You are not Vigraha, you are directly son of Nanda Maharaj. It's a very famous statement. This is, everybody repeats this. When they talk about deities means, we should not look at some statue. Son of Nanda Maharaj is standing here. That should be your attitude. You are directly the son of Nanda Maharaj. My dear Lord, you are not a statue, you are directly son of Maharaj Nanda. Now for the sake of old Brahmana, you can do something you had never done before. He requests a deity. Hasina Gopāla kahe suna ha brahmana Tumhara pache ami kariba damana. Shri Gopālajī then smiled and said, my dear Brahmana, just listen to me. I shall walk behind you, and in this way I shall go with you. I'll come. Granted. Now purport by Śrīla Prabhupada. The conversation between the Lord Shri Krishna and the Brahmana is a proof that the Lord in his Archamurti or form made of material element is not material. For those material, although separated from the Lord, are also parts of the Lord energy, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Because the elements are the Lord's own energy, and because there is no difference between energy and the energetic, the Lord can appear through any element. Just as the sun can act through the sunshine and distribute heat and light, so Krishna, by his inconceivable power, can appear in an original spiritual form in any material element, including stone, wood, paint, gold, silver, jewels, because the material element is still all in energy. The Shastras warn, Arche Vishnu Shiladi Narakesaha. One should never think of the Archamurti deity within the temple as a stone, wood, or any other material element. Because of the advanced devotional position, the young Brahmana knew that although the deity Gopāla appeared to be stone, he was not stone. He was the son of Nanda Maharaj, Brajendra Nandana himself. As the deity could act exactly as the Lord does in an original form as Krishna. Lord Krishna was talking to the young Brahmana just to test his knowledge about the Archa Vigraha. In other words, those who have understood the science of Krishna, name, form, qualities and so forth, can also talk with the deity. To an ordinary person, however, the deity will appear to be made of stone, wood or other material. In a higher sense, all material elements ultimately emanate from the supreme spiritual entity. Nothing is really material. Being omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, Krishna can deal with the devotee in any form without difficulty. By the mercy of the Lord, the devotee perfectly knows well about the Lord's dealings. Indeed, he can talk face to face with the Lord. Now, this is actually the inconceivable power of Krishna. What is the inconceivable power of Krishna? Everything is an energy. Even wood is an energy. This is marble is Krishna's energy. Through any one of the energies, Krishna can fully present himself. Inconceivable power. No longer it is marble, it is Krishna standing. Just like prasadam, you offer to Krishna. No longer it is not material element, it is spiritualized. Correct? So deity is a material element. But Krishna by his omnipotency can accept that form. Then, that thing, it is not that just like our body is there is Atma. It is not like that. The form is Krishna. It is not the Paramatma is inhabiting that form. No. It is Krishna himself standing there. How it can happen? Krishna is inconceivable. Correct? Prabhupada is explaining how energy and energetic there is no difference. Through his energy, Krishna can present himself just like sun. So the particle of sunshine can show his heat and light. Correct? And Prabhupada explained more when we study on the deity. Prabhupada said yes. Krishna can, by his omnipotency, can fully present himself within that. That's why it's called Archa Avatara. It is as good as Radha Krishna has walked from the spiritual world and come and stand here. We should not think anything, anyway, less than that. Otherwise, people are mad. Millions of people are going to take darshan in Tirupati or would be invited. Mad or not? No. It is as good as Lord personally standing there. Plus, there may be a particular pastime, just like Udupi deity has a lot of pastimes previously, how it was made, how it has come there. Deities can have a personal flavor. Even though there are so many deities, they say the same Sāks Gopāla Deity later once was taken to Jagannath temple. And then the two deities were having transcendental competition between themselves. So the king became so irritated, he made separate temple. They were having some leela between the two deities, so much like a competition. So then he made a separate temple. So each deity has its own. It's just like Krishna has so many forms. Balaram is another form. Correct? There are so many forms of Krishna. Parashuram is another form. There are so many forms. Narayana is another form. But at the same time, it is one person. But there are different. When you meet Krishna, it behaves in one way. Balaram behaves in another way. You never feel it is one person. You always feel it is two persons. Correct? So God is one family. So all the Archa Vigrahas, one sense are one only. At the same time, they are different. They have their own dealing. They have their own dealers. Ulati ami amatumi nakariya darshane amake dekhila amirahi vaisaistane. The Lord continued, do not try to see me by turning around. As soon as you see me, I shall remain stationary in that place. So always Krishna makes every pastime little dynamic. So Krishna said, if you look at me, I'll stand there, I'll not move. So don't look back and keep walking. Nupure radhvani matra amara shuniva Shei shabde amara gamana pratiti kariva. You will know that I am walking behind you by the sound of my ankle bells. Eka shera annarandi kariva smara savarpana taha khana tumara sange kariva gamana. Cook me 1 kilo of rice daily and offer it. I shall eat that rice and follow behind you. 1 kilo rice I want. Another condition. Daily. 1 kilo you have to offer. This much you have to. Krishna is making arrangement. Aradina agnamagi chalila brahmana Tara pache pache Gopāla karila gamana. The next day, the Brahmana begged permission from Gopāla and started for his country. Gopāla followed him step by step. Actually, it's not that Krishna wants anything. Even in its GD form, Krishna doesn't want anything. But he is giving opportunity for us to serve. Correct? So when he's saying, give me offer, he's giving an offer. Actually, it's a mercy. So it's not that Krishna is standing there. It's not that he cannot dress himself. He can dress. But he's giving an opportunity for service. We get a chance to serve. We should not feel that if we are doing something, he cannot do. He can do everything. But he's getting a chance to serve him. Nupure dhvani shuni anandita mana uttama pakakari karaya bhojana. But the Gopal followed the young Brahmana. The tinkling sound of the ankle bells could be heard. The Brahmana became very pleased. His special favor. And cooked first class rice for Gopala to eat. Every day he gave him first class rice. Ei mate chari vipra nija desha aila Gramera nikata ashimanete chintila. Young Brahmana walked and walked in this way until he eventually arrived in his own country. So he came to his own town or whatever country. Previously there were small kingdoms all around India. When he neared his own village, now he neared his own village, he began to think as follows. Eve muni grame ainu yaimu bhavana Lokera kahiva giya sakshira agamana. Now I come to my village, I shall go to my home and tell all the people that the witness has arrived. Sakshate na dekhi levane pratiti na hoya ihanyati rahena tabu nahi kichu bhaya. The Brahmana then began to think, if the people did not directly see the Gopala, they would not believe that he has arrived. But even if Gopala stays there, he thought, there is nothing to fear. Now our Lord has come. Now he is brought him to the town chola or whatever. Now, even if he stands there, that's fine. Hey bhavi se vipra pariya chahila hasina Gopala deva tathaya rahila. Thinking the Brahmana turned to look back and he saw the Gopala's pre-personality Godhead was standing there smiling. Lord smiled. Yes. The Lord told them, Brahmane kahe tumi yaha nija ghara ethaye rahiva amina yave adapara. The Lord told the Brahmana, you can go home. I shall stay here and I shall not leave. Don't worry, I will not go away. Go call everybody. Tavaye se viprayaye nagare kahila Shunina shakala loka chamatkara Haila. The young Brahmana that went to the town and found all the people about Gopala's arrival. Hearing this, the people were struck with wonder. Oh my God. Today you tell people will not believe anything. Atheist people will always have some way to disbelieve, correct? But here they can understand actually. Even this deity, you cannot move one person. You cannot carry it. From when we carry from here to the car, we are in hands are shaking it. So imagine a full-size deity. There is no way a man can carry. We need a truck. Aila shakala loka sakshi dekhi bare Gopala dekhi na loka dandavata kare. All the townspeople went to see the witness Gopala, and when they saw the Lord actually standing there, They all offered their respectful obeisances. Gopāla Saundarya Dekhi Lokya Anandita Pratima Chalina Aila Shunina Vismita. The people arrive, they are very pleased to see the beauty of Gopāla. For they are all devotees, they see the Lord. My God, so happy, Lord is so beautiful. And they heard that he had actually walked and they are all surprised. Tabe se bada vipra Anandita hana Gopāle re age pade dandavatana. Then the elderly brahmana, being very pleased, came forward and immediately fell like a stick in front of Gopāla. Shakala lokera age Gopāla Sakshi dila Bada vipra chota vipre kanyadana kaila. That the presence of all the townspeople, Lord Gopāla bore witness that the elderly brahmana had offered his daughter in charity to the young brahmana. So whole town collected order. Said, yes, this is what happened. Tapase diva vipra kahila ishvara Toma dui janme janme ame kinkara. After the marriage ceremony performed, the Lord informed both brahmanas, you two brahmanas are my eternal servants, birth after birth. Otherwise, it's not, you are not ordinary people, you are actually came for this pastime. You are all eternal servants. Go for it. Like the two brahmanas of Vidyānagara, there are many devotees who are eternal servants of the Lord. They are specifically known as Nitya Siddha, eternally perfect. Although the Nitya Siddha appear in the middle world and seem to be common members of the world, they never forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead in any condition. This is a symptom of a Nitya Siddha. In fact, Prabhupada was once asked by a reporter, since how long you are Krishna conscious? So Prabhupada did not, they don't make it cheap. Prabhupada did not want to be. Prabhupada said, you can also be Krishna conscious. So Swamiji, my question is, since when you became Krishna conscious? It's a process is very simple. He keeps, it's not a cheap thing to do. The process is very simple. You also chant Hare Krishna, you will also become it. He kept pestering. Did not leave. He said, as far as this life is concerned, I have not forgotten Krishna for one moment. So it's a symptom of a Nitya Siddha. Prabhupada says here, even though they look like a common man, they never forget the Lord even for one moment. Even Devatas are devotees, but compared to the Devatas, pure devotees are still higher. Why? Because Devatas have a relation because of some order of Krishna, correct? But they are not in personal touch with the Lord. And the Devata has been assigned this work. They are appointed a letter from Krishna and they have been assigned some important work. But they are not in personal touch with Krishna at all the moment. They are always seeking opportunity, they get a darshan. But pure devotees, they are in constant personal touch with the Lord. So their position is even more glorious. It's very rare. In fact, a pure devotee comes to this world, even Devatas seek opportunity to have their association. They are also seeking their association. It's very rare. Kotis of the Mahamuni, crores of Mahamunis, they can find a pure devotee. Very, very rare. There are two kinds of living entities, Nitya Siddha and Nitya Baddha. Nitya Siddha never forget relation with the Supreme Personality God, but Nitya Baddha is always conditioned, even before the creation. He always forget relationship with the Supreme Personality God. Here the Lord informed the two Brahmanas, they are his servants birth after birth. The phrase birth after birth refers to the material world because the spiritual world, there is no birth, death, old age and disease. By the order of the Supreme Personality Godhead, the Nitya Siddha remains in the material world like an ordinary man. But the only business of Nitya Siddha is to broadcast the glories of the Lord. This incident appears to be an ordinary story about a marriage transaction involving two brahmanas, two ordinary people. However, Krishna accepted two brahmanas as the eternal servant. Both brahmanas took much trouble in this negotiation, just like mundane people. Yet they were acting as the eternal servants of the Lord. All the Nitya Siddha within the material world may appear to tall like ordinary people, but they never forget their position as servants of the Lord. Another point. The elderly Brahmana belonged to an aristocratic family of learned and wealthy. The young Brahmana belonged to an ordinary family and was uneducated. But these mundane qualifications do not concern a Nitya Siddha. Engage in the service of the Lord. You have to accept the fact that Nitya Siddha is completely distinct from the Nitya Baddhas or ordinary human being. Śrī Nityānanda Prabhu confirmed this statement. Gaurangera sangi gane nitya saddhakarima sehaya vranjendra sutta pasha Shri Gauda mandala bhumi ye jane chittamani tarahaya vraja bhume vasa. One who accepts the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nitya Siddha is certain to be elevated to the spiritual kingdom, to become an associate of the Supreme Lord. One should know that Gauda Mandala Bhumi, the place in Bengal where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed, are equal to Vrindavan. Those places in Bengal where Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu stayed are equal to Brajabhumi of Vrindavan. There is no difference between the inhabitants of Vrindavan and those of Gauda Mandala Bhumi or Śrīdham Mayapur. The Lord continued, I just now finished. I am so much pleased by the truthfulness of you both. Now you can ask me for a benediction. What do you want? I want to bless you both. Thus, with great pressure, two brahmanas begged for a benediction. The brahmana said, please remain here so that people all over the world will know how merciful you are to your servant. Please stay here. Śrī Gopāla stayed and the two brahmanas engaged in his service. After hearing of the incident, many people from different countries began to come to see Gopāla. Eventually, the king of the country heard of the wonderful story. The king used to be a devotee, not like today. Wonderful story. And he also came to see Gopāla and became very satisfied, not like secular. He became very happy. The king constructed a nice temple, a regular service executed. Gopāla became very famous under the name of Sāks Gopāla, the witness Gopāla. Thus, Sāks Gopāla stayed in Vidyānagara and accepted service for a very long time. Later on, there was a fight and this country was conquered by the king Purushottama Deva of Orissa. He is also Purushottama Deva, another devotee king. The king was victor of the king of Vidyānagara and he took possession of his throne, Manikiya Simhasana, which was better to many jewels. King Purushottama Deva was a great devotee and he was advanced in civilization of the Aryans. He begged the lotus feet of Gopāla, please come to my kingdom. He took the deity to his kingdom. When the king begged him to come to his kingdom, Gopāla, already obliged for his devotion service, accepted his prayer. Thus the king took the Gopāla deity and went back to Cuttak. There, presently the temple is there at Cuttak. After winning the Manikya throne, King Purushottama Deva took it to Jagannath-puri, presented it to Lord Jagannatha, the throne. In the meantime, he also established regular worship of Gopāla Deity at Cuttak. Somewhere at first he took at Jagannath-puri, but the two deities were fighting. So he then said, oh, keep them separate. When the Gopāla Deity was installed at Cuttak, the queen of Purushottama went to see him and with great devotion presented various kind of ornaments. The queen had a very valuable pearl which she wore on her nose and she wished to give it to Gopāla. Then she began to think as follows, if there was a hole in the deity's nose, I could transfer the pearl to him. Considering the queen offered her obeisances to Gopāla and returned to her palace. That night she dreamed that the Gopāla appeared began to speak to her as follows. During her childhood, my mother made a hole in my nose and great endeavor set a pearl there. That very hole is still there. We can use it to set the pearl you desire to give me. You can put the hole is there. After dreaming, the queen explained to the husband and the king. Both the king and the queen then went to the temple with the pearl. Seeing the hole in the nose of the deity, they set the pearl there and being very pleased and had a great festival. Since then, Gopāla has been situated in the city of Cuttak and has been known ever since as Sāks Gopāla. The Śrī Caitanya Prabhu heard the narration of Gopāla activities. Both he and his personal servants become very pleased. When Śrī Caitanya Prabhu was sitting before the Gopāla deity, all the devotees saw him on the deity as being in the same form. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually Krishna, only color is golden. They were of the same complexion, both had gigantic bodies, both were saffron cloth and both were very grey. The devotees saw that both Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Gopāla were brilliantly effulgent and eyes like lotuses. They were both absorbed in ecstasy and both their faces resembled full moons. When Nityananda Prabhu saw the Gopāla deity and Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu in that way, he began to exchange remarks with the devotees and all of whom were smiling. There was this great pleasing with a great pleasure, Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu passed at night in the temple. After seeing the Mangalarta ceremony in the morning, he started on his journey. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita ki, Śrīla Prabhupada ki.